Well, today on our Hardcore Nuzlocke, we tackled the Elite Four. This is what we are bringing. Wordier, Slowbro, Fortress, Kabutops, Sylveon, and Wigglytuff. 2 fairy types to deal with Dark, Fighting, and Dragon in this Elite Four. And then we've got just some other useful Pokemon to kind of fill in some gaps. Steel for the poison, Psychic for the poison, stuff like that. We're going to be starting this out here with Wordier, who has boosted return with Silk Scarf, but also Shadow Ball, depending on what we think is best. Now, I don't know what the level situation is going to be like here. 48. We're 54. Okay, so that's a pretty hefty bonus. Giraffaric lead is simply return. That's 1x, that's not anything. The defense drop could be a problem. We'll have to keep that in mind when it comes to potentially other physically offensive Pokemon. Now, I'm curious if we get XP here or if the cap isn't lifted until afterwards. No, we don't get any XP. Okay. Okay, so let's think about this. Why would this go Slowking specifically? Let me think about this for a second. I can't see this having anything too threatening. I'm just going to swing into it. We're faster anyway. Maybe we just kill this, because this is specially defensive. No, but it just amnesias. Okay. So the important thing to note here, him bringing in Slowking second means he doesn't have anything in particular for us, right? He's already flailing, trying to find an answer for the Wordier, which is what I want to see. So that's 2 down, and we've taken only 11 damage on Wordier, which is a great start. Espeon! I don't really fear this. I'm just going to swing. Let's Reflect. Okay. Do we think this will also light screen? Because if this light screens and I click Shadow Ball, it's bad. I think I just click Return again and go for the kill. Okay. Now we got to consider the fact that Reflect is up, though, because that is a not a great thing, but okay, a Slowbro. I don't see how I would be dead to this. Let's Shadow Ball. He sets up Curse, and then we just kill him with Shadow Ball. Beautiful. Okay, the deer is like doing incredible work. I'm very happy to have brought this. This was, I think, the 6th Pokemon I decided to include in the team. And, yeah, he's already paying dividends here. Okay, so Xatu. This is going to be another special attacker. I could have, like, Drill Peck or something. I should probably look at its stat distribution, just to make sure we're not dead to, like, a stab Drill Peck. Because we are still -1 defense. We got to keep that in mind, right? It's only 75. I don't think this is going to kill me. I think I just click Shadow Ball here. Okay, Confuse Ray. I think we switch after this. Okay. Special defense drop. Reflect is gone. Do I have a priority move anywhere I could go for? I don't. I could stay in. It's probably best to switch. I need to think about coverage on this Xatu. Alright, we're switching out. We're going Sylveon, hopefully baiting a Psychic on the switch so that we can bring in Slowbro. This could have Giga Drain, so I don't want to risk switching directly into it. It's Drill Peck. Okay. That's fine too. Might just be another Drill Peck. We're physically defensive, so I'm not too scared about Drill Peck. I was more worried about Air Slash. Nice! I was also thinking about that with the pivot. Is like, it might want to just go for the Confuse Ray. I wanted to bring in Slowbro because it's specifically immune to Confusion. Even though this could have Giga Drain, I think it was worth the risk. I just wanted to be very careful that I didn't swap into a Giga Drain, because 2 would probably kill us with crits. Alright, clear. Well done. Not even that bad. Okay, So the big change for the Koga fight, we're giving Dig and Soft Sand here to Fortress because he's immune to poison. Everybody else is carrying Pecha Berries. I honestly think we're just going to lead CWD again. It's a little bit faster than Slowbro, obviously. So maybe we can like outspeed and like one tap or two tap like an Ariados lead. Now we would be eating a super effective bug move, but I'm going to choose to believe we'll be fine. We do intimidate the lead too. Like, I'm assuming this is still an Ariados lead, which is not necessarily even true. But I think with intimidate and like 94 defense, yeah, I mean, like it's probably okay. Certainly okay for at least one swing here. We're probably gonna have a level advantage too, so I think it'll work. Slowbro's the better swap in overall, generally, so I think this is optimal. It is Ariados. So we were right. It is 50, actually, so the levels catch up pretty quickly. Let's go for the Psycho Cut. We are faster, justifying the lead of the Deer. And we kill. That is quite good. Okay, Venomoth comes in. This is probably like Bug Buzz on Venomoth. Let's not just click the button. Let's think for 1 second. I have 93 Spadef, which is not the worst. I have 181 Bulk. Do we think a Venomoth kills us? Probably not. Do we think a Venomoth kills us on a crit? No, maybe. Let's think about the possibility of a Kabutops switch here. Let me check movesets. Okay, we can't bring in Kabutops. This can have draining moves. I figured it could. So I think I'm just going to go for the Psycho Cut. And hopefully we don't die to a Bug Buzz. Okay, goes for Sleep Powder and misses. Lumberry would have been really good here. I wasn't expecting to deal with Sleep, but we just kill it anyway. Okay, huge. And that would have been his #1 counter, probably. Now it's just Crobat. I think I just stay in and go for this. This probably can again have draining moves. Okay, Confuser, eh? Okay, I'm gonna switch to Slowbro. Okay, Toxic, but we have the Pecha. This might go for Confusion next turn, in which case we get a free turn. This is just Surf. I didn't put Psychic back on this. I completely forgot to put Psychic back on this. Because I went for the Shadow Ball for the counter. It's not great, but it shouldn't really matter. That was more bite damage than I was expecting. I didn't see if that was a crit. I mean, if it wasn't, we were completely dead. This is minus defense. So there is that. So we've seen Toxic, we've seen Bite. This probably doesn't have a Grass move. Bite would have been super effective, so if it had Giga Drain, like, that would have been equal. So this was Toxic, Confuse Ray, and Bite so far that I remember seeing. I think I'm gonna go Kabu. Honestly, Protect on Kabu might not have been a bad idea. Yeah, I can probably get rid of Psycho Cut after this fight and go for, like, Protect here, assuming we don't die right now to a Grass move. Okay, he doesn't. Okay, so we just gotta try and power through this. There we go. Kabu has done his job. Okay, Quillfish. Water coverage. So 1x water here. Going to Slowbro's not really an option anymore. Do we think this self-destructs? It could. Let me look up Quillfish in this game. Quillfish is physical in this game. We are physically defensive. We cannot be crit. This can have Shockwave. Otherwise, 145 defense, battle armor. I'm feeling pretty secure, even 96 Spadef. This can have Grass moves. I really want to Leech Seed this in case it has Destiny Bond. Oh, we were confused. I forgot about that. Well, it didn't matter. Okay, that's huge. That's huge. That's huge. We even have the Pecha on still, right? So this obviously couldn't kill me. And I can't be crit, so it should be completely safe to stay in. Now the problem would be if I'm faster, but I am confused. So we know this won't be Destiny bonding this turn. Nice snap out. Okay. It tries for the toxic and misses. How tragic. Very tragic. Okay. Despite Psycho Cut doing a lot of work here, I think I'm going to delete it going forward. Because we're not using this against the fighting guy. Muck. I can probably stay in on the Muck, honestly. We have a problem with the Muck. This thing can move tutor or fire punch. So I can't just simply go to the steel type. I could just try like a Psycho Cut. Maybe we 2-tap this. That's probably best bet rather than going Leech Seed here. Any possible grass coverage on this? Thunder Punch, Ice Punch. This can have Giga Drain? Oh, fuck me. I really needed, like, Protect here. I can't stand if this can Giga Drain. I definitely die. So this is probably just a Wordier switch, I guess? Like, this is at least a Scout for, like, Giga Drain? And an Intimidate. It goes Minimize. I don't like that. Would have been good to land a Leech Seed in hindsight. Okay, let's just try for the Psycho Cut. Nice! Okay, but it's live. Sludge Bomb, Psycho Cut. Okay. Woo! Alright. Not too bad. We're running a little light on resources at the end there, but it worked out. RNG was kind of in our favor that time. Alright, Bruno time. Here's the plan for Bruno, right? Potentially like Sturdy on Onyx or like a Steelix. Setting up spikes for that and some chip damage might be good. I'm kind of second guessing it at this point though, because I might just want to go for some kills. This is 148 special attack. Problem is I'm worried about leading. If I lead into like Fake Out and then like fail a kill, could die. Sylveon's not particularly fast either. Which is why I would die. Do we outspeed a Hitmontop? Maybe. Well, anyway, yeah. The idea here, at least with the current iteration, is Lax Incense for the possibility of keeping Sturdy up longer. Lumberry here because we have healing on Slack Off. We have Psychic now taught. Citrus Berry here for some healing. Moonblast, obviously, the target. Play Rough here with a Rest, and then a Chesto Berry. This is going now Psycho Cut, so we've given him a Citrus. And here we've dropped Psycho Cut for Protect, and also given him a Bright Powder. He should not be coming in on account of being a Rock type, but if we do need to bring him in, Bright Powder gives him a possibility of coming in clean, so I figure that's worth it. I figure taking super effective fighting moves, even though we're Battle Arm Defense, and plus Defense, we can take maybe, you know, most hits, at least once. I don't think we're taking 2, so I don't really think a Citrus Berry would do anything here, so I think just the possibility of a miss is the best bet, as far as I can see it. I need to think about this a little bit longer. I'm going to stick with it. I don't want to really risk the fairy types directly, so I don't want to lead Sylveon. So yeah, we need the fairies for the dragons. It is a Hitmonchan lead. That is not what I want to see. I died of Fire Punch Burn. This is bad. So this would have like Thunder Punch. So this is where I probably want to bring in like a fairy type to kill this. Shit. If it's a fire move, I could switch to Kabu, which would be a fighting move, which would be the cleanest way to bring in like a fairy. Or like Slowbro. But I don't think I want to use Slowbro here on this. Damn it! I was really hoping to be the Hitmontop lead. Because that's what he has in base game. And it's a Jodomon, so it seemed pretty safe. I mean, I could stay in and just hope we don't get burned. And then I would get the spike set up, and we would know if this has Fire Punch. Okay, let's check its moveset. If it learns Fire Punch just straight up in this game, it probably has it, right? Yeah, this just learns Thunder, Ice, and Fire Punch at 26. I am Steel. Well, so here's the thing. Fire Punch would absolutely counter me, right? But it is possible they give this, like, Mach Punch a stab fighting move that does more damage, and then, like, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, because that, you know, Electric and Ice are kind of the classic combo. Fire to beat Steel is not really needed, typically, if you're a fighting type, because fighting is also super effective against Steel. So Fire Punch is kind of redundant coverage on fighting types, the exception being Scizor and Fortress. It's possible it doesn't have it. So I could risk it. I could risk the possibility of Fire Punch into the possibility of the burn. And that's even assuming Fire Punch from the Hitmonchan does enough damage to me, given that I am a defensive wall. It probably does, but you know, maybe not. It could also miss. And this gives me a chance to set up spikes and like scout the moveset. I'm gonna risk it. Okay, it Thunder Punches. I don't think it has Fire Punch. That changes quite a bit. That's unfortunate. We do land spikes. Okay. Now, do we think it's rusing us and it actually does have Fire Punch and it has, like, random AI for some reason or some shit? So, when I did Pokemon Infinite Fusion, I caught on pretty quickly in that game that the AI was completely random garbage. I have no inkling, no hints in my mind that the AI in this game is not doing what I expected to do. I feel like if this had Fire Punch, it would have went for it. So I'm gonna believe it doesn't have it. Like, it's 4x effective. There's no way it wouldn't click it. This is I'm just gonna assume. I'm gonna assume it's logical and expected. I'm gonna click spikes again. Okay. Yeah, it's just Thunder Punching. We're down to half. I can take another one pretty safely. Okay, now I might be dead to crit. That was like 70 something, like maybe 70 to 46. Yeah, without seeing, since I didn't look at the number exactly, and it is 2x crits, I'm pretty sure. I could be dead. I did test that. So, time to switch, but we got 3 layers set up. Now, this is Thunder Punching. We can't go to Windows 95, and we can't go to Walsh. So this is CWD, Tinnitus, or Sylveon. That's not the best. Let's look up Hitmonchan's speed in this game. Its base speed. Hitmonchan, so Sylveon base speed is 60. Hitmonchan base speed is 76. This probably outspeeds us. We're high speed IV on Sylveon, but that's probably not enough. This is gonna be like 30 IV. No, it's definitely not enough, right? What level is this? Oh, hell no. 53? Not a chance. So this definitely outspeeds Sylveon. So let's consider this. Yeah, you're just worse because you're minus speed. Okay. I just need to take a hit then. 94, 49, 90. Citrus Berry, Chesto Berry, Citrus Berry. Hitmonchan defenses. 79 base defense, 110 base special defense. I think we go CWD so we can kill this with a physical move. This is not off to a great start. Oh yeah, the Intimidate also helps here. Definitely Word Ear is the right switch. I don't love that. I don't love the crit! Okay. Holy shit! I think in the instance that that wouldn't kill, I think I'd have no choice but to stay in on the pursuit. Well, it could be random moves, so switching out could save us. Pursuit probably would have killed there with the -1, even with a non-crit, right? Yeah, I think the play would have been to switch out if that had not happened, or had been a thing. Okay, Steelix. This should get spiked. Nice. So Sturdy is broken. I think this is probably best as Kabu. This is like his best bet to shine here. 88 on CWD. I don't think I should stay in. Okay, Crunch. I'm just going to click Waterfall. Hopefully 2-tap this. May not do it. No, it looks like a good 2-shot. We shouldn't die to this. Woohoo! I mean, we can't be crit, so like I said, we shouldn't die to this. Alright. That's 3 down? 2 down. Okay, Hitmon. 2 down, and we are kind of 3 down. Alright, Hitmonlee coverage. Let's look at learn sets. Hitmonlee. Let's get Blaze Kick. We get Mega Kick, Break, Brick Break, the usual fighting move spread. Hidden Power, Earthquake. This can have Thief. I'm feeling Slowbro here on this, I think. Okay. I could slack off once. If this high jump kicks me again or something. I'm gonna slack. Body slam. Okay. Ooh, but we have the Lum. Oh, the Lumping off right away. Okay, slack gets us back to full. That's good. Psychic. I can't risk this anymore. Perfect. Huge max HP is great. I did not expect a Heracross, but in hindsight, this makes perfect sense. Okay. So, this is gonna be doing like Mega Horn. And then there's like probably a Hitmontop in the back, or a Machamp. Surely he's got a Hitmontop. Wait, what do we fight second? Steelix, right? Wait, who do we fight? Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, Steelix, and now Heracross, yeah. So it's Machamp or Hitmontop in the back. Windows 95 should be either of these, so this is where I need to maybe start pulling out my Fairy types, or CWD, but not on a Mega Horn. That'd be too bad. So we could go like Tinnitus, and then we could go to CWD after that. It's probably still just Mega Horn, right? No, we resist Bug on Fairy, don't we? Alright, we need to do some data analysis here. So, we factually do resist Mega Horn on the Fairy types, right? So let's talk coverage. This has Mega Horn, Shadow Claw. Mega Horn's 53, so this almost surely has it. Some other bug moves like Pin Missile, fighting moves. So currently Shadow Claw. Tinnitus would dodge Shadow Claw too. So Tinnitus would resist fighting Bug and ignore Shadow Claw. That's looking promising. This can learn Dig. That's fine, probably. We would know Dig is coming, and we could switch out to, actually to Nobody. I mean, we could try, like, CWD on that, maybe. Rock Slide. Okay, this is probably a Tinnitus switch. Let's look at its type spread, too. So Heracross, or it's stat spread. Sorry, I said type spread. Stat spread. 80, 125 base attack, 75 defense, 95 special defense. So slightly weaker physical. So Tinnitus being the physical of the two fairies also makes sense to use it here. base speed is 85. Nobody's going to outspeed that. What are its abilities in this game? Swarm and Guts. Okay. We'll just hard switch here. It is a Mega Horn. We drop to just about half. As 100 damage? Oof. Okay. Am I just cooked? That's a lot of fucking damage. I could try Charm? It's not like we can bring in Kabutops, which is half the point of Charm. I could rest. If I don't die, then I can heal. We took 100 damage. We have 120 remaining. Obviously, we'd like that to crit. So, that would have been... It can also miss. Let's think. If this has, like, Dig, Mega Horn is still highest damage, because it's still, like, base 94, effectively. Okay, let's think about this. Say, okay, I eat the hit, I rest, I go back to full, if I don't die. And then I can click Play Rough in a much safer position than I could now. It also could have something like Toxic, and then just decide to do Toxic here. In which case, Rest benefits me a lot. It's a tough spot. I think I just click Rest. Cross Chop, that's more damage. That definitely, yeah, that definitely kills us. Son of a bitch. Okay, I mean, at this point I just have to go Sylveon and kill this. Alright. First death of Elite Four is Tinnitus. Yeah, I needed a lower base power move there. It's got Earthquake. Okay, but we take it and we kill. Okay. Machamp. This has got to be... I mean, I could just go for this. But if I lose Sylveon, that's my last fairy type. Losing Tinnitus is real bad. I'm gonna hard switch the Slowbro in. Fire Punch. Okay, but we get burned. That's fine. Psychic? Eat a Rock Slide, land a Fat Psychic. Okay. Okay. Not great, but we're alive. We're not that fucked. Alright, Wigglytuff stocks at our all-time low. I want to point out that Wigglytuff has done nothing for this run. I believed so hard in this when we picked up the egg, before realizing we didn't get the Moonstone anywhere until late game, and then, you know, we finally get a chance to actually use it again as our backup fairy type for the Elite Four, the only other one we had in our box, and then it just fucking dies. This makes me a little concerned for Karen. We're going to lead Sylveon. We're going to have Sylveon do the work it can do and get out of there. That way, hopefully it's safely tucked away in the back and ready for the champion fight. No changes to the moveset. We gave it a Lumberry in case there's, like, paralysis or something. We're going Bright Powder on Fortress here. With Bug Buzz, still the only bug move we have on this. We got Waterfall for a Houndoom counter with this. Mystic Water. That is going to be exactly what the plan there is. On Slowbro, we hopefully don't need to use this, but if it has to come in, we have Lax Incense. And then Surf is the plan, of course. And then Wordier, same deal. Hopefully we don't have to use this. But if we do, Silk Scarf Return is going to have to do it. Alright. Hopefully Sylveon can do a lot of work here, because otherwise we're in a lot of trouble in general. I really, really would like to not lose another Pokemon to Karen. Oh yeah, I also should update the death counter. It's even, like, the tendency to forget to update the death counter makes it even worse because then when it is wrong, I don't notice. See that one episode where it was wrong the entire time. It does say 8 badges at least, so I updated for that. Alright, Karen. Pokemon leads Umbreon. That seems fine to me. Moonblast it. Evasion is evil. You're a bad person. Okay, just gotta kill it. Okay, if baton passes to you, we're going Walsh. We just gotta land the waterfall. We just gotta land the fat waterfall. We're fucked. Everything's fucked. This is so bullshit! I was not expecting a double team baton pass lead into fucking double waterfall miss. I need to think about what to do here. Well, this is like, I mean, this is just crisis mode because like this thing can just straight up kill us. We could just never hit this thing again. We're definitely dead here because we did have a defense drop initially, so the crunches are like 50 damage or something, maybe more. Walsh could come back in probably if this was like intimidated and have one more chance to hit it through the double teams, but that's kind of unlikely. This is definitely not a fire move. So if we go to Konos on the crunch, and then we bait a fire move and we go to Slowbro, we can have one chance to hit this with Slowbro, tanking one crunch. This is 90 base attack. It's not nearly as damaging as the Heracross that killed our boy Tinnitus was. We could also kind of estimate the damage output from Crunch based on the flamethrower. Very roughly. And we could know if Windows 95 is actually fucked. The other option, we go to Sylveon. Okay, let's think about the speed. What is Houndoom's speed? 95. He's way too fucking fast. I mean, we were pretty sure about that, right? He's actually outspeeding Walsh, which is like our fastest guy anyway. So we knew this already. I didn't need to think about it. Yeah, this is really, really bad. I could go to Konos and... I think I just have to pivot through Konos to Windows 95 and see what happens there. Then if Windows 95 dies, we gotta try and kill this with Sylveon, and we might just wipe to Evasion, which is very frustrating. So, Iron Tails, okay, and missed entirely. So my Stardy is still enabled. Does that do anything for us? Not really. I could die to burn. So I'm assuming like flamethrower here. If this clicks flamethrower and I click like dig, I'll never die because of sturdy, but then I'll die to burn before I do anything. I could click bug buzz, but that's especially defensive. I mean, dig would be the thing, right? Theoretically, I could get good value on Fortress against other Pokemon here. I gotta go. We have to just go 95 now. Okay, flamethrower, how bad? Okay, no burn. Alright, so, math time, right? This did, let's just call this 30 damage. Crunch should do like 4 times as much, sort of, because it's super effective instead of resisted. But we're more physically defensive. They're both stab. Flamethrower's higher base power. Like, we should be alive. If it doesn't crit, of course. And we just miss. Alright, fuck me, man! I fucking hate evasion. There's like no way I could have anticipated this being the fucking strat for Karen. Like the build. Go Sylveon on the resisted crunch and swing at it? Or do I sack at this point to minimize the amount of damage Sylveon takes? Because I'm pretty fucked, you know? Okay, we could also try going Konos to CWD. CWD comes in on a flamethrower. We get an Intimidate up on this. We go from CWD back to Konos, then we go to Walsh. And maybe we can take a hit. So Konos, CWD, Konos, Walsh, swing. One more chance to hit something. I could keep intimidating this. I could keep doing Konos CWD pivots. I don't hate that, actually. I don't know what the PP is at right now. It's like 3 or 4 crunches. I don't think we can PP stall this enough to really matter, but let's do this. Let's do it! Okay, how bad's crunch? It does more than I'd like to see. CWD. That does more than I'd like to see. Okay, nice miss. Okay. So we took 2 flamethrowers, putting us down 120, approximately. We could risk 1 more on CWD. I think I do it. Oh, the bird! Are you joking? Fuck on! I cannot win any of the RNG here. That's so bad, dude. I'm really frustrated with this particular fight. We go Walsh. Just try and kill this with Waterfall. 17 damage. Okay, well, we're out of that. Now it's a Vile Plume. I think this is just Konos. Giga Drain to 75. Hit a Bug Buzz. Tries to sleep me. Drops Spadef. Succeeds at sleeping me. Set Substitute. Bug Buzz that away. Sleep Powders. Substitutes. Leech Seeds. What is the 4th move? I have to find out what the 4th move is here, right? It already has a substitute. This is full stall set. No! I didn't mean to shift! Oh my god. Well, I have to go for it now. Do we think this has a poison move? Wants to sleep powder me? Okay, it just has Giga Drain. I just have to swing. I can't do anything else here. I just gotta wake up and kill this. Come on, please wake up! Fuck me, dude! I'm so fucked! We're gonna lose. The switch, did not help. This is so fucking annoying! I hate this quarantine they've given her. This is really, really fucking obnoxious. Well, the run is officially over. We're definitely wiping. Like, even if we beat Karen now, we're so fucked. How do I kill the Vile Plume? 85 defense. I just have to, like, wake up. I can't even wake up. We gotta go Konos. We die. That's a lot of Giga Drains down. This is Mystic Water. I can protect. Fuck, what do I do? 6 half damage from water and 1x from rock. I got so fucked, dude. So, yeah, probably just click a Rock Tomb and try to kill this. Well, we have Mystic Water, too, and Waterfall can't miss. I think this always has to be you. I think Waterfall Flinch is the play. It has Giga Drain still, so we're fucking fucked. I have to go to you. It still has Giga Drain PP. I fucking... Dude, the sleep hacks, the fucking evasion hacks, the substitute leftovers, Leech Seed, Giga Drain, Vileplume is, like, obnoxious too. I don't... Maybe if we crit, we kill this, but I doubt it. When we wake up, it's still got fucking... It's still got shit. Alright, well that's it for this attempt. Damn. Honestly, Karen was also just one of the ones, like, going into this I was not that concerned about either. I was just like, whatever, it's fine. Who gives a fuck about Karen? And then she's the one that wipes me. I don't even make it to fucking Lance. Alright, so bad RNG, but, like, also a very particular team that requires some very particular strategies to actually beat it. So, understandable that we fucking died. Well, let's talk about the next attempt. Not gonna start it for a little while yet. By a little while, I mean like days, maybe next week. I think I got a lot of thoughts about how to change things going into the next attempt too. You know, we learned a lot on this run. We made it a lot further than the previous attempt. Well, a lot further than attempt 1. Attempt 2 is, of course, just a reset early, so that one barely counts. I'm pretty confident we make it to the Elite Four again, unless we wipe to, like, what's her face? Gym 8? Claire? She was the only one who really struggled with on attempt 2. A lot of hubristic deaths to grinding, which won't happen on attempt 4 because we have the rare candies now. And then, yeah, we've scouted a large chunk of the Elite Four, so that also helps. Of course, by my rule set, now that we've seen those teams, I can just look at the docs for them, except for Karen. because we didn't fully see her team. So we can pretty easily plan out the first 3. We know that we really don't even need to consider much for the very first Elite Four member. The level cap difference is enough to get us well past that. And the second one, not too challenging either. So we can definitely backload team comp next time. Sylveon was definitely really good. We'll definitely do Sylveon again. We're not doing Jigglypuff. I can tell you that much. I think probably, spoilers for what I'm thinking here for the next run, I might start Cyndaquil. We've done Totodile a few times. Feraligatr, honestly, has done nothing since he evolved. Feraligator's been very much a box warmer. We get a lot of water encounters. As much as I love my boy, Cinda will help accelerate the early game, I think, helping us deal with Bugsy especially pretty easily. And then it'll give the rival Feraligatr as his ace, which is probably not as wallable as Meganium, but is still not terribly scary, I would say, overall. And we can delay the fossils too. Kabutops was all right there in the Elite Four, but I think I want to do like Aerodactyl next run, which is delaying until like after batch 4 or something like that, because that'll get us, I believe, an Evolutionary Stone item, which opens up some other options too for like either a Moonstone or a Grass Evo before we go to Kanto. So I also like that. And then for the egg, I think we take Tyrogue. I think Tyrogue is what you should take from that egg, because that gives you an evolved Hitmon for Whitney. And you know, we went into Whitney. Did we? No, we wiped to Morty before. We already knew Whitney. Yeah, okay, we already knew Whitney still had like Miltank. Yeah. So like Hitmon, a good fighting type will do a lot of work against Whitney. It's not all like fairy types or anything, so that makes sense. Okay, yeah, let's end this video here. It's a long one, but you know, it is what it is.